PNC, America's Black News Channel. Watch us on all major cable providers and major streaming platforms. Finally, news that speaks to us.
With me now to break down the highlights of today's confirmation hearing is Olayemi Olurin. She is a public defender at the Legal Aid Society. Welcome to the show. Right before we start our conversation, I want to play 3 quick sound bites from earlier today and get your take on the other side.
Okay. If I can change my gender, if I can be a woman, and then an hour later, if I decide I'm not a woman anymore, I guess I would lose Article 3 standing. Tell me, does that same principle apply to other protected characteristics? For example, I'm an Hispanic man. Could I decide I was an Asian man? Would I have the ability to be an Asian man and challenge Harvard's discrimination because I made that decision?
Senator, I'm not able to answer your question. You're asking me about hypotheticals and
well, I'm asking you how you would assess standing if I came in and said I have decided I identify as an Asian man.
I would assess standing the way I assess other legal issues, which is to listen to the arguments made by the parties, consider the relevant precedents, and the constitutional principles involved, and make a determination.
So you are suggesting that in some individual case, the right to abortion could extend through the entire pregnancy up until the time the child is delivered?
No, Senator, I'm suggesting that I'm not aware of any case that's handled the issue.
You were here for Kavanaugh. If she's confused about what happened, some people on the other side had an accusation against Judge Kavanaugh that during high school, he sexually assaulted somebody. And the rest is history. That was known to the people on the other side and never revealed during the meetings they had with Judge Kavanaugh. It was literally ambushed. He was ambushed. How would you feel if we did that to you?
Senator, she's had nothing to do with the cause.
No, but I'm asking her about how she may feel about what y'all did.
Wow. It was a day of just badgering and tangents and just the most ridiculous lines of questioning I've ever seen. What did you make of today's events?
You know, it goes beyond just being stupid, disrespectful, and frustrating, because what they're attempting to do, beyond just trying to conflate the mere presence of this Black woman with every single social justice movement, what the deliberate intention is to present them as though the way of life or how Republicans would have the world be or what they support is somehow in line with constitutionality or how America is supposed to be. Because what they do is they take the fact that she isn't as punitive as she humanly possibly could be, or what her record is, which there's nothing wrong with. It has nothing to do with being unconstitutional, whether or not she can be a Supreme Court justice, but they present it as though it's something they need to explore because it's problematic or it's not how a Supreme Court justice is to be, and that thus they go about the process of trying to reinforce their belief system as the way. And beyond that, something I have to say, I find it ridiculous and comical that in the same breath that they want to criticize this woman for not being hard enough on people accused of sexual crimes, they want to bring up their Supreme Court justice that was accused of a sexual crime and criticize the fact that people went too hard on him at his confirmation hearing. I'm like, so what is it? Which is it that you'd like? Is it a problem that she's not hard enough on people accused of sexual crimes, or is it a problem that the people who came before her were more likely to look like her?
They're like, no, those are our predators. That's different. You know,
exactly.
It's absolutely, it's absolutely ridiculous. And there was a lot of, as I said earlier, tangential dialogue. And it seemed to me that many of the conversations, I'll give you an example, Lindsey Graham asking about the Kavanaugh hearings, just like he did yesterday about the other conservative jurist hearings that recently passed. When he asked Ketanji Brown Jackson how often she went to church. There's a way that Lindsey Graham knew that he wasn't making no sense, but he knew that the theatricality of it all, the drama of it all, was a way of playing to the Republican base. Earlier, for example, today, there was a picture from LA Times showing Ted Cruz searching his name on Twitter right after he was done questioning Judge Jackson. They doing it for the gram. What do you make of this?
It's for their base. It's for their base, right? And it's interesting because if they were operating on logic, they wouldn't bring up either confirmation hearing. Because in the last one, Amy Coney Barrett is strikingly unqualified. So you would think that's an issue you wouldn't want to bring up when you have who is a candidate that's the most qualified person to be nominated to the Supreme Court justice by a landslide, which is a fact recognized by the American Bar Association. You'd think you wouldn't bring her up. And then in the same breath, your exact means of attack for Ketanji Brown Jackson is her record, or her being a criminal defense attorney, or her not being more punitive on people accused of sex crimes. And you want to bring up your justice that was accused of sex crimes. It's not a strong argument, but it tells you that who it's for is mobilizing their base. It's for their base that would just have any issue with the pick, you know, and they're looking for anything to talk about. That's what's happening. And we're watching the theatrics of it. And it's unfortunate, but it's unsurprising.
Well, what were some moments today where we had maybe more substantive discussion and got to really experience what kind of a jurist Judge Jackson would be?
I think we actually realized that pretty consistently, because what I think really plays to her strength as a jurist is she never got bogged down in the weeds. What the tactic is here from these different Republicans, they're not attempting to go down a real serious line of inquiry. They're trying to soapbox and get off their different, you know, agendas. And what they're hoping is that she'll get rattled or she'll get frustrated and she'll go into that fight with them. But she never takes the bait. So I think it's a pretty class act that reflects on how she behaves as a judge, because a judge's job is to rule on the issues in front of them. Period. What issues make it to the Supreme Court, what are preserved, not just soapbox or what they're passionate about. And that's what we're seeing here. She never gets bogged down in the disrespect of it all. She strictly sticks to the answers and what's her purview as a judge.
That's right. And I saw that play out multiple times when they would attempt to rope her into particular lines of questioning. They asked her about crack versus powder cocaine. And it's one thing to say, what is the court's disposition on this, or what has the court's disposition been on this? But he's like, crack and powder cocaine, which one is more powerful? They about the same to you, right? And she's like, that's not up to me. Well, in your experience on the court, which one has been more powerful? Which one's been more dangerous? Like, that ain't a question you ask a judge, right? She's like, well, that's a policy matter. You know, that's a policy matter. All these questions are unheard of. You as a congressman, you as a congressman, you can make a determination about which one counts more, and it's a legislative matter. But don't be asking me about my experience with crack. You know what I'm saying? They did the same thing.
It's a series of dog whistles. It's a series of dog whistles.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Nothing but dog whistles, man. Well, I love the fact that she heard what they were trying to do. She saw it a mile away, and she handled them like little children.